Ladies and gentlemen, happy Friday. Welcome to another SLG meetup. Now, one of the hottest markets right now when it comes to real estate is Dubai. And we're going to have the one and only Henry Faun. He's the private advisor, real estate agent, broker at Knight Frank Private Office. He's an expat from the UK all the way to Dubai. There is nobody better to explain the current market trends and everything that is going on. Good friend of mine, very interesting individual. So very happy to have him here today. There we go, my friend. How's it going, Henry?
Alvaro, good morning in Miami. Good evening from the Middle East. How are you?
Right. Very good, very good. And yourself?
Good, thank you. All well here. What
Amazing.
time is it in Miami?
Well, right now it's 10:12. So
Okay.
a little bit earlier than over there.
Yeah.
You're about to get started. It's at night over there.
Of course. Of course.
Good. How is everything in Dubai?
Very well, thank you. We had our first lockdown, the same as pretty well every other country globally. Now we've come out and things are cautiously returning back to a level of normal, Alvaro, I'm pleased to say.
Well, but you're staying quite busy when it comes to real estate, plus also personal life. You've been able to do quite amount of well, you know. How is the current situation with real estate in Dubai?
Sure. The Dubai market's picked up, certainly a huge amount since the first lockdown, and we're pleased that things are busy. Some areas there's a lot of supply, some areas there's actually a lack of supply of ours, so we're pleased that we can manage our clients both ways.
That's great, Henry, because I mean, you come all the way from the UK. You work right now for Knight Frank Private Office, and it seems remarkable everything that is going on over there. So, how has it been that transition from the UK all the way to Dubai?
Sure. I've been with Knight Frank, the group now. This is coming up to my 10th year with the firm,
Okay.
which I'm very pleased to say. I've been in the Middle East now for just over 7 years. This is my 8th year coming into. So throughout that time, living in Dubai, in the United Arab Emirates, and then traveling throughout the Gulf. Now, that's not just the collegiate Gulf here. I've perhaps been into Pakistan for client meetings and into certain parts of Africa as well.
Wow.
So certainly, yes, not just Dubai, but the region-wide is covered from our team here locally. Now, the transition was easy enough. Dubai has a huge, thriving, both Emirati and expatriate community here, so who are all very warm and welcoming.
Well, and you are in a more personal level. You are now also a dad. You have a quite, newborn, and you're managing that pretty well. I mean, I see that you have an amazing wife. You got to travel in some amazing places that I'm actually very jealous, and I wrote down to do once I'm in Dubai. So how you're kind of like touching base on everything, lifestyle, work, and so you are already really well based in Dubai. Planning to stay here for longer?
Yeah, well, I will be here for the foreseeable future, Alvaro. Family-wise, yes, my wife and I were blessed with a little boy 1 year ago now. So he is growing up as quickly as they do. He's up and walking around now, which is fantastic. So that's been a very exciting and fulfilling past year.
So
but
how
again,
is it?
as you mentioned, getting the balance between putting all the hours you can do into your work and making sure that's going really well, and your family, you have to balance the two of them.
That's very interesting because, I have personal friends that actually moved to Dubai now also with their kids. And the image of Dubai at first was not so much like to build a family, but now it's starting to change a little bit. For those that are currently listening and are planning, to either make a transition to somewhere like Dubai and they have a, family with kids, what will you say to them?
Certainly, I would say perhaps come and visit Dubai first and learn about the local areas and where perhaps they would ideally like to live as a family. And perhaps they'd like a larger apartment or a villa to live in. Again, there's lots of options here locally. If they've got kids and they're at schooling age, Alvaro, it's very important. We have lots of fantastic schools here, but important to choose the right one for them. And I would suggest that perhaps coming over beforehand and seeing a few of those schools and learning where to place their children, where they're going to be happy and fulfilled in the future.
No, that's phenomenal. I think you touched base on something very important, education these days, and exactly how the kids can evolve in a safe environment. And I think Dubai offers it, but sometimes it's better to go visit it firsthand and then make your own decision. So right now I've seen that, with the borders, are there borders being closed, open? Because I've seen like right now from the US, a lot of people are actually going to Dubai. You just need like 48 hours, visa approval or something. What's currently the situation there when it comes to tourism?
We're very fortunate in Dubai that tourism is still highly encouraged, Alvaro. Naturally, within the safety procedures that there are in place, that do a fantastic job of keeping a safe environment here. Yes, we are open for tourism, and there's lots of tourists here at the moment. Recently, in the past couple of weeks, a travel corridor between the UK and the UAE has opened up, which means that my friends, family, colleagues, even from the UK, are able to travel over here back and forth without the quarantine either way, which is fantastic.
Great, great. That's great. And we have a few people that are tuning in today that are asking, how is the shopping? Dubai is well known for all the luxuries that you can see around. So when it comes to that specific question, like all the luxurious lifestyle that Dubai has to offer, how has that impacted the way that the economy is booming in Dubai and everybody's transitioning towards Dubai?
Sure. There still is a huge amount of foreign investment coming into Dubai, Alvaro, and that will continue perhaps forever, I hope. In terms of the luxurious lifestyle, again, our clients define luxury in very different ways. So I would say people can come here and find the right lifestyle that's suitable for them and their means, and make the most of it.
So that's a question, that I always ask, because you're right. Luxury is all about perspective. For everybody, it's a different definition of what luxury is about. What is it for you?
Good question there. Luxury perhaps is not something that's that easy to define. Our clients here in the Middle East, and more specifically perhaps in Dubai, are a huge mix of different nationalities and cultures that come with those nationalities as well, and they each define luxury in their own way. So whilst I'm working with one client that may have an opinion in their mind as to what they think is ideal for them, another will certainly have something else, as you know. I would say perhaps for our collegiate clients here, having a property, whether it's in Miami, perhaps with you, or London, or elsewhere, that's got a 24-hour concierge and porterage, perhaps security as well, is often the first tick box to get things going. Many of our clients, when they purchase a property, like to have something that we say is turnkey condition, so they can come from their country, wherever it might be, fly in and land, and effectively bring their toothbrush with them, Alvaro, and the apartment is ready to go.
Right. No, you define it well. And I guess it's a little bit different for everybody. I mean, I know for yourself, you are a big fan of running and races and doing some adventures. So having the opportunity to do those things, especially in a time like we're facing right now, it's, in other words, a luxury, so we are very fortunate to be able to be in places where we are still open and able to do these things. So that's, a blessing and a luxury. So a few questions in regards to the current situation. Obviously, it's been a tough year for everybody, but everybody has found the way or their unique way to thrive through. And in your case, I guess that a lot of what you said makes sense. It's different people from different locations coming into Dubai. So the connections and the relationships are important. How have you adapted this year, and how have you encouraged building those relationships for your advantage?
That is a good idea and good question, Alvaro. The idea to express that is perhaps locally here in Dubai, we're lucky that we can actually have meetings at the moment, as long as they're socially distanced or otherwise, with our clients here on the ground. Now, previous to now, I've been able to travel to Saudi Arabia, to Bahrain, to Muscat, and meet with our clients on the ground and see them perhaps over the course of a day or two, and then return back very easily. These days, the regional travel is a little bit more, a little bit less possible. So certainly that's how we've adapted. It's moving in the digital direction, as has most industries.
No, fabulous. What would you recommend for some other companies out there that are trying to thrive through these difficult times in real estate that they should be doing in their business?
Sure. I mean, a couple of things we've taken on ourselves, they were there before, but we've maybe upped the rate at which we use them, is the use of digital means for marketing property. Now, we can previously take our client and perhaps travel with them to the UK. They could have a look at this apartment in London and travel back and make a decision whether it's something they would like to discuss further. These days, that may not be possible for everyone. So we use our digital means where they're making a nice video of the property, even perhaps a three-dimensional walkthrough where you and I could, even on a computer screen or phone screen, walk through the property and choose what we want to look at, is ideal. Now, if we're able to, and we've got the right staff in place, Alvaro, perhaps myself or a colleague could even go to the property and we can live stream, like you and I are now. We can live stream inside the property and talk our clients through it. And if they have any questions, say, actually, please slow down. Let's have a look again at that second bedroom. How is the ceiling height in there? And we can really work on that as if it were a personal viewing with them on a one-to-one basis.
Great. No, Henry, those are great points. And I believe that right now, everybody that is currently in this business, taking the advantage of technology and leverage it for next level, it's necessary. Right now it's everything evolving so quickly. So I think that everything that is happening, it's also pushing a lot of people to get out of their comfort zone and start trying new things. And technology is out there for everybody. So what you said is completely right. And I encourage everybody to check what Henry is doing, because you guys are doing definitely phenomenal in Dubai. Now, Henry, there is a question that's a little bit more personal, but a lot of people nowadays, they struggle, to wake up with a smile or excitement because of, so much negativity around us. And it's important to build that circle of positivity and encouragement and excitement. So what is it for you when you wake up in the morning that keeps you excited?
I think perhaps what wakes me up, my little boy, Alvaro, I'm sure. And that's a very exciting moment, I think, to go and greet him. But certainly keeping enthusiasm, keeping momentum with the team. It's not just an individual thing, it's as a group, as a team, we have to keep our enthusiasm and drive the business forward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good. You need to focus on building the right team, having the right people around you, and thrive through together. That's the only way. No, that's great. Do you have any mentor or had any mentor in the past that you look up to that has helped you in real?
Sure. Within the walls of Knight Frank, we've been very fortunate that I have many colleagues here who are fantastically gifted at what they do, Alvaro. Whether it's been in London, whether it's been in the Middle East, or even elsewhere. And these are great people to look up to and learn from. And as you know, we are all learning every day. Mm-hmm. And we can certainly absorb what information we can do and how can we better what we do from these people. And I'm blessed that at Knight Frank we have a wealth of people across the board to learn from that. So I wouldn't say no across.
And you're right. You're right. It's very important to look up for everybody around you and learn from everybody, because you can learn so much from every individual. And I know that at Knight Frank, you guys have an amazing team, Katya in London, also Jack, which we recently talked to also. I mean, they're all great individuals. And over there in Dubai, there is another friend of mine that I'm sure you know, Chris Boswell. He's also, another guy that comes from the UK. So there is obviously a lot of potential and great individuals in this business that we can all learn from each other. And a lot of people think that this industry, as competitive as it might be, it's also an industry where it requires a lot of cooperation and working with everybody. So as you said it, learn from everybody and keep growing.
Of course, certainly cooperation at this time is of key importance to us all, Alvaro.
Mm-hmm. No, and Henry, you're definitely an inspiration for many. I know it's not easy to, thrive through these difficult times, especially with a newborn. My business partner, he also got a baby recently, and sometimes he's like, damn, like, what do I do? It's like a new thing. It's your first baby, business, crazy.
Yeah.
I feel you there. And we also have Maria.
I can sympathize with him. Perhaps first couple of months he will have a little bit less sleep, I'd imagine.
No, great, Henry. I really appreciate everything that you've shared today. I'm definitely going to put in the comments all the information for everybody to follow you and reach out to you for anything they need. You're definitely a great individual, very knowledgeable, and a great guy. So anything else that you would like to share?
Alvaro, that's all. So thank you very much for your time. I hope everything's going well in Miami. I look forward to speaking with you soon.
Absolutely. See you soon in Dubai or here in Miami. Take care, my friend.
We'll
definitely have a Spartan race pending.
Looking forward to it.
Have a good week. All right, guys. That was Henry in Dubai. Great guy. Definitely lots of insights on what's going on in the market over there. Very interesting to see how things are evolving and how important technology has been throughout this year to really leverage, the way that we expose amazing properties and really leverage our business overall. So thank you everybody for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions, you can always drop them in the comments. I want to put all the information there. And as I always say, have a beautiful day and keep the beautiful success in life. Have a good week.